Let me take that phone off the stand and I'll show you what this looks like inside here. So what you have to make sure is that all those channels, I put that together already, as I'm creating too many shadows now, but anyway, I will take one of those guys out just to show you. I don't like to use any tools and introduce any dirt in there or anything like that. It's kind of hard, but anyway, as you can see it on my hand, there's this little, like a pin with a special like type of a seal. This, the way it's formed, it's this guy will seal that opening there, and it rides up and down anyway, and there are shims and seals underneath it. Now you want to make sure that when you're assembling it, first of all, this pin is super clean. You examine it under the you know, maybe not microscope, but if you have a good eyesight, just examine it thoroughly. If not, don't be afraid to use a magnifying glass and make sure there's no debris whatsoever. Clean it, and clean it again. Because if any dirt is introduced to those channels, this is it, over. If this guy is not sliding easily back and forth, you will have the problem with fuel delivery for that cylinder, even if everything else in the pump is working correctly. So now I have the bags, as you can see. I have the bags with the springs and all the refinished connectors here, the tops. So I have to go, they are lined up in the sequence. I already took them out earlier, and all the springs are also numbered, so they will go in their respective places. I don't want to change them, since there be maybe a slightly different load, and the pump I think it was set for that already, therefore I don't want to mess with it. Okay, let me put this back on the stand and start that assembly. Okay, maybe zoom in a bit, just a bit. Okay, I think we can see it there. So what I'm gonna do, I number them in sequence from the beginning of the pump. That's how I number them. I don't know if that's... So anyway, you grab one of these guys, make sure this is clean as well. I already did clean them before. You place it on top of that nipple there, and grab this and put that inside. Okay, just screw this in gently by hand. Okay, that's fairly easy. Now what we need to do is we need to tighten them, at least I do. I need to tighten those up as I go, since my socket won't fit on it, and I don't think I'll be able to tension them properly if I cannot get the wrench fully seated. So therefore I'm just gonna do them as I go. I do this by hand. I like to use the torque wrench, but in this instance I like to go by feel. I know what to expect, and I go by feel. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Just go through the bags, install them all. It's a fairly straightforward procedure. You just grab a spring. Everything, like I said, everything was cleaned previously, so I don't need to do it again. I mean, I did it when I disassemble it to prep for the job, so it doesn't take 5 years. Now you place this on top again. Just lower it gently so the spring is fully seated the way it should. Okay, I think you get the picture. You know, I don't need to film all 6, so I'm gonna pause the video, finish this, and we'll continue after. Okay, we got all the tops on, all the springs, everything is in order here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna close the plate here on the other side. Let's see, okay, I can lean that. I think I posted a video of the rack moving and everything already. Now one thing I wasn't able to secure is a brand new seal for the rack plate. I got the used one, which is still fairly soft. It's not perfect, but it's much better than the one I had that was all solid like a piece of plastic and cracked up. So I think from the impression on the gasket, it looks like it was previously installed on a pump this way. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. If I flip it, I'm afraid if I flip it that there is some indentations on it. Maybe, okay, let me zoom out a bit. Yes, there is some indentation on that gasket. So I'm still trying to get a new one. If I get my hands on a new one, this is a fairly easy exchange, especially that this one, even when mounted on the engine, it's on the outer part, so so it's easily accessible. See, if I put it this way, I'm afraid that that's not gonna work. I'm afraid of getting some leaks because of those indentations. So, well, anyway, enough talking. let's just put this thing on. I think that's the way it was on the other pump. I mean, exact same pump. It had to come from the same pump because of the measurements and the bolt spacing. And now the crown jewel, my my beautiful plate. See if this actually got, yeah, this actually catches, like it's got the groove or something in there. Definitely indentations are in place. Well, anyway, put this on top and see if I can grab the screws. Now I wasn't able to get the new screws either, so the ones I have are the old one. I will use them at this point. It's just will I think I'll put them in. I'm not gonna seal them. Normally I would put the sealant around them and stuff just to make sure, but since the engine is not ready yet, they are so easy to replace. If I can get a set that is perfect, you know, doesn't have any little nicks and stuff, then I will get it. If not, I will just reseal these guys. So of course, put it first, thread it in by hand, and grab the other one. Yes. It's kind of I will try to put the camera on the other side now, because I'm right-handed and it's kind of tough for me to stay away from the shot, so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm not sure, maybe the gasket is not lining up perfectly. I guess it's not. Let's see if I can kind of persuade this guy to move a bit. Let's see. I guess it's in. Now the last one. See, I have plenty of those old seals and crash washers and stuff. I keep them for now just until I'm finished, but I will just dispose them when I'm done. You know what, for a few pennies or whatever it is, it's not worth the hassle to reuse them. It's just get a new one every time. It's cheap insurance, I would say. You know, if you buy them in bulk, it's not bad. Yeah, so that, yeah, I kind of, you know what, it kind of sits I think maybe what I'm gonna do, because I can feel it that gasket is kind of going in its own groove. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take it out again and maybe run the hair dryer or something, or a heat gun on it